Today I'm living in a time that we spend our days either in school, staring at some screen, or doing extracurriculars. And any time left over from that we spend going out or sitting in our room. I will not lie to you, I fit in this category of the average teenager as well as the rest. But there is something that I have noticed that maybe most of us haven't. With this hectic lifestyle, we never get to learn all the little points that parents have to give us about how to live in the world. This occurred to me when my uncle and I were going out one day. We were driving downtown to get some dinner when he asked me where I was planning to go to college. It was a typical question that I get from my family, so I answered it as I normally do. But it was what came after that really got me. How do you plan to pay for it? It was something that nobody ever mentioned. Every day, people always tell you to pick the school that doesn't cost a fortune, but no one ever said to have a plan to pay for it. So that's what we talked about. What he did and what he thought I should do that would make it easier for me to cover the cost. It took me a week or two to realize how great the conversation really was. I never would have been able to plan my schooling as well if I wasn't there in the car with him that day. Once I did realize it, the next time my dad said, "Hey, I'm going out to run an errand. I'll be back in a few," I grabbed my book that I had to read for English and I went along. On the way to the dry cleaners that day, we talked about how to work out and get stronger for sports without injuring yourself. They were little tips that I never would have normally gotten if I hadn't been there. These are two of the many stories I have about tagging along and listening, and every time I do, I learn something new and interesting. This is what I believe in. I believe that you should always go for the ride because it is these small amounts of time that we tend to turn down where we will learn the most throughout our lives. So the next time someone in your family asks you if you want to take a ride somewhere, say yes. It might be the best ride you take.